Flood recedes, chaos follows. Zhao Yiming's food shop looted in Guangdong. Signs of shops on a famous old street in Shanghai collapsed. BYD crashes into store in Nanchang, Sichuan. Multiple casualties reported.
It's all covered in today's China Truths.
Flood recedes, chaos follows. Zhao Yiming's food shop looted in Guangdong. On June 19th, Huaiji County, Chongqing City, Guangdong Province, was hit by a major flood and the internet and power supply were cut off. A food shop was looted by residents. The clerk failed to stop it. The owner exposed the surveillance video on the internet, which attracted attention. Affected by Typhoon Butterfly, many places in Guangdong suffered heavy rains and floods. Huaiji County, Chongqing City, was the worst hit. A large area of the town was flooded, and many shops were washed away by the flood, causing heavy losses. A video shows that after the flood receded, a Zhao Yiming snack shop in Huaiji County was looted by residents. Many people broke into the store and took away boxes of goods. A female clerk anxiously took a mobile phone to film, trying to stop the looters. But the scene was out of control. People were busy grabbing goods on their own, and no one paid attention to the female clerk. The video shows that the people who entered the store to loot included men, women, young and old, and some even brought children a few years old to loot in the store. After the incident, the store owner posted a surveillance video of the store being looted online. In the post, she complained in tears that local residents looted all the goods that the employees had risked their lives to carry to the second floor. Even the cash register was pried open, and several thousand yuan in cash was stolen, with losses exceeding hundreds of thousands of yuan. The store owner said that when the flood rushed into the store, several female employees desperately rescued the goods and moved some of them to the second floor. The flood was up to their chests. After the flood receded, she did not return to the store immediately due to the local internet and power outages. Unexpectedly, the goods in the store were looted by residents. She said in the post, "After many phone calls from kind neighbors, we barely received the news that the store was robbed. When we arrived, we saw a group of people looting. Even if we take a step back, we will not sell the flooded goods to customers. Even if I don't mind you entering the store to take them away, what about all the intact goods that our employees have moved to the second floor with great effort? Why do you want to steal and rob? Why do you think that others don't want the intact things? Why do you think that I don't want the thousands of yuan in the cash register that I didn't have time to take away?" Seeing the store in a mess after the flood and looting, the owner tearfully accused the looters, "Why do you make other people's losses worse?" After the flood, the Zhao Yiming snack shop in Huaiji County was looted, which attracted public attention. Many netizens were shocked. "The boss is so unlucky. Business is already difficult this year. I can't believe this happened in Guangdong. Isn't this robbery? Someone stopped it at the scene." Another netizen said, "How many of these people who robbed things were previously laughing at other countries' yuan shopping? Turning around, they became one of them, which is too ironic. Disasters are not an excuse for you to become robbers. There are always some people who like to stir up trouble, thinking that the law does not punish the masses. Be careful of the cycle of cause and effect. I urge those who want to help Huaiji to stop helping." According to New Tang Dynasty, Huaiji County has been hit by heavy rains since June 14th. Local people revealed that the serious floods in the town were related to the continuous and unannounced flood discharge from the upstream reservoir. Mr. Chen, a villager in Zhongzhou Town, Huaiji County, said, "There was no warning, and the water came very quickly. Within 10 minutes, the first floor was basically flooded, and the market was almost 2 meters deep." Mr. Zhang, a merchant in Huaiji County, said, "There is too much water flowing down from upstream to Huaiji, and I dare not sleep. My stall has been flooded, and the water has reached my neck." A video shows that the flood directly poured into Huaiji County, and Zhongzhou Town was instantly engulfed by the flood, and many houses and vehicles were flooded. The first-floor stores of some shops were all flooded, and a large amount of goods was washed away by the flood. Local officials reported on the 18th that 19 towns and villages in Huaiji County were affected. The affected population reached 183,000. 68,000 people were urgently evacuated, 898.51 hectares of crops were affected, and 16 schools and hospitals were damaged. Because the CCP has always concealed the disaster, the actual casualties are unknown. Local people said that after the flood, the local network and power were cut off, food and drinking water were lacking, the government did not provide rescue, and the people relied on self-help. Signs of shops on a famous old street in Shanghai collapsed. On June 22nd, the eaves of many shops on Qibao Old Street in Shanghai suddenly collapsed in pieces, and the horror video of the scene went viral on the internet. An eyewitness said that the eaves fell down just after he came out of the store, so scared that his legs went limp. The video circulated on the internet showed that the antique eaves of many shops along Qibao Old Street in Minhang District, Shanghai, collapsed in pieces, and the antique tiles on the eaves fell to the ground and shattered. The wooden eaves structure of dozens of meters collapsed, and part of it had fallen to the ground. The scene was very scary. There was a loud boom at the scene, and several shop signs fell down and hit the ground heavily. An eyewitness told the paper that the incident happened at noon that day, and the location was near the Qibao Old Street archway on Qingnian Road. A passerby said that, fortunately, it was raining at the time, and there were not many pedestrians and tourists around the store, and there were no casualties at the scene. A Shanghai netizen in the video area analyzed that the collapse was caused by the frequent changes of storefronts, the wall used to hang the door head, shop sign, was riddled with holes by expansion screws, and the new store did not demolish the old door and directly put a bigger one on the outside, which was too heavy, and the wall could not bear it. Others believed that the quality of the main decoration materials was too poor. At around 1800 that night, Qibao Town, Minhang District, reported that at 12:03 on the 22nd, the shop signs and store signs of shops along the street near number 248 Qingnian Road in Qibao Town fell off, involving 5 shops, and no one was trapped or injured. The cause of the accident is under investigation. BYD crashes into store in Nanchang, Sichuan. Multiple casualties reported. A BYD electric vehicle recently struck pedestrians in Chongqing, resulting in multiple casualties. The cause of the accident remains under investigation. On the evening of June 21st, videos and photos from the scene showed a black BYD car colliding with several electric scooters before crashing into a roadside store on Shihebei Road, Gaoxin Avenue, in Nanchang, Sichuan. The front of the vehicle was severely damaged, suggesting it was traveling at high speed. Several people, including a child, were seen sitting or lying on the sidewalk and roadway. One individual was lying motionless next to the car, covered with a cloth. It was unclear whether the person was the driver or a passerby. Authorities have not released an official statement regarding the incident. Online discussions speculated whether the vehicle malfunctioned or if the driver lost control. Some people also mocked which of the two scenarios would put more pressure on the authorities to maintain stability. A major crisis is unfolding. Real estate and electric cars, anyone who touches them will be destroyed. China's finance and real estate sectors have become a bottomless black hole. Anyone who dares to save them is doomed because demand has completely vanished. Anyone who touches the EV sector is also courting death. Its low-tech nature and massive overcapacity have turned it into a ticking time bomb. Even Shenzhen Metro Group, once enjoying a stable and privileged life, just dropped a financial shockwave. Due to its stake in Vanke, it's projecting a jaw-dropping loss of 33.46 billion yuan in 2024. A nightmare is coming for China's economy. China's electric vehicle, EV industry, is heading straight for a crash. Behind the hype lies brutal overcapacity. Factories are producing millions more cars than Chinese consumers can afford or want. Over 70% of EV startups are already dead or on life support. Even major players are slashing prices to unsustainable levels, burning cash just to stay alive. The tech gap is widening, with Chinese EVs still relying heavily on foreign chips and core components. What was once hailed as a national pride is quickly becoming a debt-fueled bubble, ready to burst. In 2024, over 50% of EV factories in China are running below capacity or have suspended operations. Smaller players like WM Motor and Bordrin have gone bankrupt, while major brands such as NIO and XPeng continue to suffer consecutive losses. Domestic EV sales are slowing, inventories are surging, and financial pressure is mounting across the sector. With government subsidies being cut and investors pulling out, the industry's cash-burning cycle shows no sign of ending. This is not just a temporary crisis, it's a death knell for an unsustainable growth model. In real estate, the epicenter of the earthquake is now Vanke. Was Fu Yuning right to abandon it? Unlike his predecessor Ning Gaoning, once Wang Shi's close ally, Fu cut ties and shifted China resources from brotherly warmth to cold distance. When Baoning stormed in, China resources fought once, then backed off, leaving Anbang to act. When Shenzhen Metro rode in as a white knight, China resources refused to endorse. Instead, it issued warnings, challenged the deal publicly, and called the regulators. Fu, a veteran of the 1998 crisis, knew real estate, and likely saw Vanke's black hole long before others did. In China's collapsing property world, silence often says more than action. China's economy is spiraling into a full-blown crisis, with the epicenter found in the collapsing real estate and electric vehicle sectors. The real estate earthquake has already caused irreparable damage, and the EV industry, once hyped as the future, is now drowning in overcapacity and unsustainable growth. The looming tariffs from the U.S. only add fuel to the fire, further crippling trade and stifling any chance of recovery. Meanwhile, unemployment is reaching critical levels, and the youth, burdened by mounting debts and shrinking opportunities, face an uncertain future. As the country's economic structure crumbles, the tremors will be felt for years to come.
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.